Libra, welcome or welcome back to this channel. My name is B and I'm going to be doing a reading for right now because, we can't control time, right? So whenever you see this reading, I believe it's when you're meant to see it. And I hope the message is helpful to you somehow. Thank you for all the love, likes, comments, subscribes, all of that good stuff. I really do appreciate it. So let's just start. Let's start, Libra. Let's see. We're going to start with an oracle. What do the oracles have for Libra tonight? What do the oracles have for Libra? Remember to practice self-love. So let's see, what is she doing in this image? She is meditating or she's just chilling. She's got, looks like some herbs burning, a little mini cauldron, maybe some frankincense in there. She's zenned out. So maybe some of you need to, oh, she's got herbs in there. Interesting. Basic witch. Remember to practice self-love potions. So I think that's like bringing together the different things that make you feel good, Libra. And then here, the grounding energy, you can be your own knight. Yeah, so maybe some of you have been waiting to hang out with somebody and those plans aren't panning out. Maybe you could do something nice for yourself, or some of you may feel awkward about it, but going to a cafe alone or, having a lunch out by yourself, checking out a movie alone, nothing wrong with that. Actually, it's quite nice. Take control of your own narrative is here as well. So maybe you guys have dealt with people that tried to paint you in a certain light, or somebody who's been like a controlling figure in your life who wants you to do certain things and you want to go your own way in a situation or just in the way you are. Because you don't want to get too caught up in other people's perception of you, but in who you are, like being true to yourself. It's like cut those puppet strings and just do whatever feels authentically you. Slay them dragons, Libra, slay them all. Even if that dragon is like negative self-talk, right? So whatever it is for you, let's get into the tarot and see what's going on with Libra right now. All right, what does the tarot have for my Libras right now? I'm recording this on, what is today? It's April 21st. So we start off here with the Three of Cups and the Page of Cups. So some of you may get an invitation to something, some kind of gathering, group setting, friend thing. That's cool. Some sort of celebration, perhaps. Let's keep going. Yeah. Why do we have the Two of Cups reversed here? All right, let's keep going. All right, so for some of you, Libra, there's a water energy that wants to come to you, but you're not really open to it right off the bat. They might be wanting to invite you somewhere, like maybe to a wedding, or they could be thinking about marrying you. They could be thinking about what it would be like to be with you, or just to celebrate, quote unquote, with you, to be out in social settings with you and things like that. But the focus is the Two of Cups reversed, so it's like, no. For some reason that it's not going forward. Either this person is too scared to make it happen, because what I was feeling with the Three of Cups crossed by this Page of Cups is somebody is not able to work up the nerve to actually send this message or invitation. It's like they're beating around the bush. They're beating around the bush. They're not able to actually say anything or send you this invitation or message. It's something that's right now, even though I don't see, oh yeah, I do see swords. Five of Swords here. Yeah, it's something they're kind of racking their brain about, like, how do I do it? How do I do it? And for some of you, this is not about that at all. For some of you, this is yourself. It's like taking advantage of a new time in your life, Libra, where you can prioritize you with the focus on self-love, like new attitude is what I'm hearing right now. So it's like, I feel like you're trying to get into it, but you're thinking about it a lot. And it's like, instead of just kind of flowing and easing into it, and like I have this image right now of a dancer who is like fluid in her motions and just kind of letting almost like letting her body sway with the wind, but there is no wind. It's like she's creating it. She's allowing her body to just flow and kind of intuitively going with those motions. Some of you need to kind of give into that, you know? You know, Libra is an air sign, and air is all about movement. We like to think of tornadoes and harsh winds, but you can also think of it that way, that movement, that smooth kind of transitional flow. And I think some of you need that right now instead of the tactics, because I'm feeling like a tactical energy. Maybe some of you have earth in your chart too. But yeah, I'm feeling like for some of you, this is like, I want to get out and have a good time, but I'm afraid to make that first move. That I don't know how to make that first move. Perhaps we're going to clarify this Page of Cups, and then the focus is there's a little bit of fear in the background of like, what if something goes wrong, or what if I make myself look silly? And maybe these thoughts are coming from issues that you've had in the past, or coming from narratives from the past, right? What does this card say? Whoa, yeah, take control of your own narrative. Like, for some of you guys, it could be a situation where maybe you were taught to believe that you just weren't great. And I would hate that to be the truth, but this is just an example I'm using. Maybe there's somebody around you, like when you were in your formative years, who would make fun of you and you didn't really understand it. Like, let's say you didn't know that it was a joke, or maybe that person was really being mean to you, and you're like soaking in that negative energy. And it's almost like a little plant inside you that grows, and it grows into self-doubt, right? So it's like, oh, so-and-so said I'm stupid, or so-and-so said I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between, you know, night and day if I tried. And, you know, somebody just made you feel really small. And I think you kind of wrote it off because, one, you weren't in a position of power in that situation. And two, you kind of took their word seriously. You believed what they were saying. It's like you didn't know why they would say those things to you. And so you kind of soaked in the pain from those words. Words are dangerous, okay? And what is Libra, an air sign? Y'all be slicing and dicing people with your words. And I feel like you can choose to do that, but a lot of you choose not to do that. So that's really wonderful. Although sometimes you cut into people and, you know, if they deserve it, okay. But I feel like you were on the receiving end sometimes, and it's time to kind of change that narrative, because those things, I feel like they weren't true. Okay, somebody was just being mean or poking fun at you, and at that time, I feel like maybe you weren't the kind of person who could crack back at them, or maybe you didn't know what to say because that's not how you thought, or you were like, I wouldn't make fun of somebody like that. I wouldn't say those things. There's like a need for you to heal that part, because I feel like that's where this scarcity mindset is coming from when it comes to putting yourself out there. With this Two of Cups reversed, it's like, what if something goes wrong? What if my hair is out of place? What if, you know, my jeans are too tight and people can see that I have a little bit of belly? Or what if, you know, X, Y, Z, any kind of thing? What if I say something stupid? And there's a need to like really let go of the what if and give into the flow. Give into that flow. I just heard island breeze. Some of you could be on vacation or really heavily thinking of taking a vacation. That I feel you. Wouldn't even know where to go, but maybe some of you are thinking about getting away. Your advice here, yeah, some of this just came up too. Page of Pentacles was the grounding energy, and then we had the Four of Cups here underneath it. It just kind of knocked the page out of the way. And it's like somebody is feeling discontent, or just feeling like, it's like somebody's getting ready to start a track race, but they just can't, for some reason, get to that next level where they take off. They're like in position and they're lifting up, but they haven't taken off yet. And so this is the emotional balance that's required with the King of Cups here. There's a need to step into your not that you aren't emotionally mature, but there's a need to conquer with that kingship. Conquer the emotions that have been kind of telling you false stories. It's like part of you is held on to those negative things, those mean jokes, those little nicks at your personality or your confidence in yourself. And there's a need to turn this Two of Cups upright. And it's like your connection with others. Yeah. It's your connection with others. Your ability to connect. And I'm feeling like heart chakra healing energy there. Yeah. I'm not going to change it to upright because that wouldn't be true. So we're going to leave it in the reverse. But I feel like this is what needs to be healed for you, Libra. And then the outcome... Yeah, I feel like there's still stress here, so we're going to clarify that with the Five of Swords. But in a higher sense, the Five of Swords can be you navigating to the Six of Swords. And that's what this is. It's like, how do I get into this King of Cups energy? And again, for that other storyline, I feel like somebody's just racking their brain, Libra, trying to figure out how they can get close to you, because I'm hearing that old school song, I can't get next to you. I can't get next to you, girl. I can't get next to you. It's like they can do everything else, but they can't get next to you. But let's see. Not that if you open up your heart, it would be for this person. I feel like that's something you do for yourself, but there's somebody around you who is really trying to get close to you, or at least they want to. You're heavily on their mind. So what is this Three of Cups for my Libras? Yeah, some of you really, really want new friendships and connections, but it's like you have that Seven of Wands energy there. You have a lot of ideas about how to go about doing things or just how to enjoy life more, but you're not actually taking action on them yet. And here's the Page of Pentacles again at the bottom. So it's like there's a need to begin, like begin. How about this Page of Cups? I'm really feeling like it's someone thinking about how to go forward and do these things that they really want to do that will bring them joy. And there is the Six of Swords. Yeah, it's like, how do I get this going? But I think it's step one, just getting out of your head. Can I get one more on the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, please? Yeah, we have the Hermit there and the Nine of Swords. And I feel like, again, this goes back to that emotional situation of somebody feeling like afraid to show their true selves because of conditioning almost. So there is that need to heal it, but here we are at the Two of Cups. And somebody's just super worried that you're not going to respond well to them when they reach out. They may think you're prickly. What's all this that came out? We have the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, Four of Cups, the Emperor, Aries energy, Two of Wands, more fire, Six of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, this person who wants to approach you could be somebody from the past, and they already sense that you're not into it. Like, they just sense that you're trying to leave that behind, and that's why they're so afraid. Yeah, they're afraid to take charge in the situation and come toward you, but you know, maybe that's why you're leaving them behind. I don't want to sound crass, but let's see. What about this Two of Cups reversed for my Libras? The Hierophant. Queen of Pentacles reversed. So yeah, this is a female figure. Somebody, maybe they have Taurus in their chart. And it could also be like Yeah, I feel like could be an issue with finances, like worrying about finances a little bit. That's got you. Okay, yeah. So somebody's trying to balance their finances too, and that's what's holding them back. Also, somebody else is like married and they can't afford to take you out because they have to spend money on their family. They should not be thinking about taking you out. Like, what? Some of the stuff that comes through is just ridiculous to me sometimes. Anyway, we're going to move on past that. Let's get one more on the Two of Cups and the Hierophant. Also, some of you, if you've been in some kind of a spiritual practice, please continue with it. It feels like maybe you're turning away from something, or I'm feeling like there's some of you who are, that's what came through, but that's going to be up to you ultimately, deciding whether or not you want to continue, but there's just a message to continue with it. But some of you might be changing something. Yeah, about your spirituality. King of Swords. Okay, yeah, some of you need to speak to your spirit guides, or if that's not something you do, some of you need to pray. Get in touch with your spirit team that way. Ask for guidance, ask for help. Yes. What about this King of Cups as the advice for my Libras? Clarified by the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Yeah. So it's like I feel some of you have been doing really well when it comes to your emotional growth and your self-care, and then there's been like a halt. Maybe some of you have just decided to fall off a little bit. You need to get back on the proverbial pony and continue down this path. You're being urged to, so that message is coming through for somebody. Anything more for this King of Cups and Nine of Swords? Knight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, there's like an energy of coming and going with the Knight here, with this anxiety energy, the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. This could be, again, with the finances kind of coming through. It's like somebody's worried about material things. Somehow this is connected, like material things, emotional stability, and your spiritual path. I feel like the answers that you need, Libra, are there if you continue on the path that's true to you. And that's why we have this: take control of your own narrative and stick with it. Because I feel like this Five of Swords, maybe you're stalling, you could be stalling your own growth with this Hermit energy under the Page of Cups, like the constant wondering what if. Introspection is good at times, everything in moderation. Like you can't stay in that state of wondering what if. You have to at some point take that leap. We have the Six of Pentacles here and the Ten of Wands. I want one more on that. The Five of Swords is the most possible outcome. Five of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. And the Page of Swords. Yeah, so if there's something that you are interested in getting into, then just look into it more, like study it more. But I feel like there are other ways maybe that you can connect spiritually, or there's something you want to look into that'll take you down a new road when it comes to your path. But there's a strong energy in this reading, Libra, of like your spirit team wanting to connect with you to help you continue down this path of self-love and you taking control of your next steps. And also that side note, there's somebody, heavy water energy that is interested in you, but they're not coming forward. It seems like they have a lot going on right now. They just have a lot going on. They could be trying to tie up a situation elsewhere, or they could just be heavily thinking of you because they're in your energy. And sometimes it's important to remember it may not be who you think it is. Okay? Yeah, 5 of Pentacles here, the Death and Rebirth, the 9 of Cups. Yeah, 3 of Swords and the Judgment. And then we have the Wheel reversed here. So some of you run the risk of reverting to a past version of yourself that's not good for you anymore, and an old cycle that you have already left behind. So if you feel yourself slipping on any activities that you know are beneficial for you and help keep you in your higher frequencies and your healing, then get back to those activities, okay? And also connect with your spirit team if that's something you do, because they are, right now it feels like they're concerned for you. They don't want you to fall back into habits that are not good for you. And let's get one more oracle card for my Libras before I close this up. One more oracle card for my Libras. Yeah, protest, start a revolution. And then the grounding energy is mirrored, treat your body like the palace it is. So that is tying into practicing self-love, doing what's good for you, appreciating yourself just as you are, but also maybe taking care if you're sliding into addictions that aren't good for you, whether it be foods, drink, etc. Things like that. Just monitor those things. Monitor your behaviors, your sleep patterns, your thought patterns, meditation. If that's been helpful to you and you haven't been doing it, maybe you need to get back to that. Yoga, things of that nature. And then with protest, it goes along with your take control of your own narrative. Like if there's something you need to stand up for, then do it. You know, because this is something you cared about. I feel like there's something you cared about that you were going toward that maybe you could be falling away from. And maybe that's a pattern you've been breaking. So continue to break that pattern, because that's you breaking a cycle. And I feel like that's why I'm feeling the energy of spirit teams, because they're like, you're breaking those chains. You are breaking the cycle. Don't stop now. Be mindful of that. Okay, that's what's coming through. That's what I have for you, Libra. Thank you so, so much. And until next time, I do hope all is well. And so let's affirm that together. All is well. Bye.